got married later on in life.
Yeah.
And I know for years, people would, oh, so she's not married. And so what?
Yeah.
And so what? Before you got married, did you ever feel the pressure that was held at you? Because most people in Ghana saw that, like, as accomplished as you are, but because so many people knew who you are, they felt like they could also speak on your personal life.
Yes.
Before you got married, did you feel that pressure?
Oh, yes. I mean, people would call you names at church, at weddings, at,
Church.
church, and people would just I remember one prophet came to me and said, it's God has told him that I should value everything I have and give him 25% of it. And within 7 days, I'll meet a man who will marry me. So I asked him,
wow,
that why is God charging me before giving me a husband? He said, no, it's not his faith. And I said, no. You know what? God knows me. I wasn't as strong a Christian then, but I said, listen, God knows me. I don't think that I'm going to be judged based on, or on Judgment Day, I'm going to be assessed based on my marital status. If I don't marry, God knows. What is most important in what he gives me. It wasn't easy. I mean, it was tough. There were days I cried. My pillow saw many tears because of things that, at family gatherings, people would just throw things at you. I remember one time, my aunties and uncles and people around were all hailing me. And I think I had just won an award. And then one auntie just said, oh, stop making her feel that good until she's married and has a child. She's achieved nothing. And she said it publicly. And you have events where maybe you are the chairperson for somebody's naming or wedding, and then the MC says, oh, a year by this time, our Madam Chairperson, Gifty Anti, will also be war attend. Directly and indirectly, it's
insult. It's insult, and it's also demeaning.
So at a point, I became, as I told you, I'm a rebel from birth. So it became something, and unfortunately, my husband suffered a bit of that because I just wanted to live for people to know that you don't need to be married to be married to be an achiever.
Yes.
You just don't need to be. So at a point, I'm sure you heard it, that they said I had glorified, singleness. And I was encouraging young people to be single. And so when I got married, they said, you see, she's misled all the young women not to get married. Now she has gone to get married. It will be thrown at you from all angles. And people, as you said, they will write about it. They will ridicule you. With it, you have, because I was in mainstream media, you'll be interviewing people and somebody would just, a male, panelist will just say something just to, like you said, well, you are not married, so you don't know what you're talking about.
Now, that is something, when I moved to Ghana, it was something that for me, it was like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because at least for where I'd grown up, marriage is marriage. And I think the institution of marriage is a beautiful one if you get into it. But I realized that in Ghana, and not just in Ghana, in many other African countries, marriage is deemed as an accomplishment.
Yes.
And one of the things I realized, and I had to, getting married is not an accomplishment. Having a successful marriage is an accomplishment. And I think some people just get the two confused.
Yeah.
And I hate the fact that you would even, have to cry to that point. Someone looking at you, so many people look up to you.
Yeah.
When you finally did meet, your husband, did you feel like it was a pressure, or you allowed that pressure to go away and just fell in love?
I just, that's what I said, it affected him negatively because I fell in love. He proposed to me and I finally agreed for him to marry me 2.5 years after he proposed to marry me. Wow. Because I didn't think that marriage was for me. You know, not that I'm not good enough, but I didn't think marriage was the most important thing then. When he met me, I was a woman on the move. And I am still a woman on the
Yes.
move. I had so many things to do. I did everything. I mean, when you read my book, one of the nuggets said, The Journey to Edumasa. I didn't even have in mind to marry him. But whatever I could do to support him and his village and his dreams, I did that. But then, it wasn't because I wanted to. Or I wanted him to marry me. And it was at a point we had to break up because he just couldn't understand why, I wouldn't marry him, or why I don't want to marry him, why I don't want to move in with him. So it became but then I just had reached a point where I was okay with myself. I was fulfilled. I was living. He was the partner. Fine, that's good. We're in a relationship. But then I didn't think that my crowning moment should be marriage. Yeah. I just needed to be sure that I was making the right decision because
not
I kept
because
telling
of what people had told you.
No, because what I kept telling myself is that after all these years, where I was coming from and where God had brought me, I would hate myself if I would let myself go into a marriage that would make me miserable, all because society thinks I'm old and I have to get married.